Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Wednesday. It is the 4th of May, 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Remember to go check out my Chester previews in the UK this week, and also join me Friday and Saturday for the Oaks on Friday and the Derby here from Churchill. I'm hoping to have the Oaks preview up Wednesday, the Derby preview up, the Oaks preview up Wednesday, the Derby preview up on Thursday, maybe Wednesday. We have to see. Well, I just started the Oaks card just now. It's Monday night, so we'll just have to wait and see when we get finished with one and start the other one. But let's look at the stakes section here in Wednesday's program. Races 8 and 9. It's a good card. The 8th race, it's St. Matthew's Overnight Stakes. It's going for a purse of $160,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards, which not won a graded sweepstakes in 2021 or 2022. 10 horses are entered to go to the main track sprinting. The distance of ground of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Churchill main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, main track. And something that bothers me with the 6 furlong distance here at Churchill on the dirt, if you add the run into the actual distance, these races are closer to 6.5 furlongs, not 6 furlongs. So they should be, I think they should be calling them the about 6 furlong trip, because it's way longer than your average 6 furlong race. So just keep that in mind when you're handicapping. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 3-horse Bango. We'll go 3, 6, 10, 1 in the superfecta. 3, 6, 10, 1 super. Top selection, 3-horse Bango. 5-year-old horse by Congrats. Gregory Foley trains one. Tyler Gaffleone gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came the 6th of November at Churchill. 6 furlongs in the Beto Sunshine Stakes, and the horse finished 4th by 2 lengths that day. And he just sat back early. He was a little flat in the lane. He just couldn't get there late. It just wasn't his day to win off of a very tough end of a 2021 campaign. Coming here to a fresh start, not the world's toughest race, has some forwardly pace. I think he could use it to his advantage and run a good race here today. 2 back, he ran on the 18th of September at Churchill, 6 furlongs in one of those new black type stakes for $275,000 they ran in September. The race name goes off, even with the initials in the racing form. I have no idea what the race was called. I can't remember it. He finished third by 2 lengths that day, being honest. And that afternoon, he was just a little bit too wide and just really couldn't get there late. The winner, Just Might, who's running this but one, just had the jump on him. And the good Lord at Ellis, 6.5 furlongs on the 17th of July. He won by 5 lengths from a tracking position. He quickened up nicely. He was much the best at even that day. And then the Kelly's Landing at Churchill, 7 furlongs, 25th of June. He won by a nose, coming from a stalling position. He had to be used a lot that day, but he got the job done. And guess what? He won 3 in a row. He won the Aristartes to begin the winning streak here at Churchill. 6 furlongs on the 29th of May. Winning by a half length, closing up from nowhere. That was a very, very good victory. He ran Derby Day last year at the Churchill Downs Stakes, where he finished 6 by 2.25 lengths, where he just kind of got caught late. What can you do? He just couldn't stay the trip from the wide post draw. But coming here, not the world's toughest race, he's in a better spot to win. Don't throw out the 6-horse here. Tulane Trist. Sherry DeVoe trains this one. Brian Hernandez Jr. gets the mount. Most recently, the Whitmore at Oakland going 3/4. The horse from the second by length really closed up well from nowhere. His horse is a bit of a closer. Won before the fairgrounds very nicely, and won here over the trip in November very, very nicely. His most recent races and buyers are up to scratch. He's on the up and up, training well. Watch out for him at 7-2, because he could definitely win on paper. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Churchill, it's the St. Matthew's Stakes. Let's take the 3-horse Bango. Give kudos to the 6-horse Tulane Trist. 3, 6. 10-1 super. Let's go 3-6 in the multi-race. The 9th race from Churchill, it's the William Walker Stakes. It's going for a purse of $200,000. Race for 3-year-olds here. We have 9 horses heading to the Mount Wynn Turf Course. The distance of ground here of 1,100 meters, or the distance of ground of 5.5 furlongs on the Mount Wynn Turf Course. 1,100 meters, 5.5 furlongs here in the William Walker. For the last, I want to say, 9 or so years, this race usually was run on opening night for the spring meeting. I know it originally started on the dirt, but then they moved it to turf, I want to say in 2017 or 18, and since it became a turf race, it's become a very, very good run turf race for these 3-year-olds early on in the season, and you'll see some of these horses end up in some decent races as the years go on. But my top selection, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Big Invasion. 5-8-9-4 for me in the superfecta. 5-8-9-4 super. Top selection of 5-horse Big Invasion is a 3-year-old colt by declaration of war. Christophe Clement trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came to Texas Glitter at Gulfstream, about 5 furlongs on the 26th of March, and the horse went by 3 lengths, basically almost on the front end all throughout. He quickened up nicely to 80 cents to the dollar, and beat Lucci home, who needed the race basically off the bench. Coming here, again, has some early pace on this turf course, which with the rails up should really do well. With a new turf course, speed should really hold up. I think the horse has the advantage here with a good posture and the speed probably phasing, speed turf course. Two back on the 19th of February, about 5 furlongs of Gulfstream and a main special weight 54,000. The horse went by 4.5 lengths and got good position out of the gate from the inside post. Stalked all the way down. When the horse got the lead, he quickened up nicely. Another very good race in his sophomore effort, and then before then his freshman effort on the 7th of January at Gulfstream, about 5 furlongs in main special weight. The horse finished second by 2 lengths and just kind of stalked, never could get the good turn of foot, a little lackadaisical. I do think the horse needed the race for experience, but it's been training well since the last run. It's really been improving with every single race. The speed should hold up. At 9-5, I think he's a very likely winner. The 8-horse Millennial Moon, I think, is your second likeliest winner. He's coming from the UK, where he's run these good races over the 7 furlongs. Cutting back to 5.5, where he doesn't need the lead. If there's going to be a horse closing up, I think it could be him. At 5-1, we'll definitely use him on the multis. But to recap my selection for the 9th from Churchill, it's to William Walker. Let's take the 5-horse Big Invasion. Give kudos to the 8-horse Millennial Moon. 5-8-9-4 Super. Let's go 5-8 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.